Hey Libra, welcome to your May of 2019 Sidereal Astrology forecast. All right, so in this video, we're going to highlight what I feel like are the most important things taking place for your sign here this month. And if you look down here at the chart, you will notice that the constellations are different sizes. We are using the actual size of the constellations as seen in the visible sky. But this does change the signs from mainstream astrology, so you will notice a lot of the signs are different, and you definitely want to check out that link down below if you are new to these horoscopes. All right, so let's go and take a look here on the 4th and 5th, right at the beginning of the month. We have a new moon, and this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships. So this can be all relationships, right? It could be romantic for some. It could also be about business partnerships. And it also involves existing relationships. So when we say new beginnings, we don't necessarily just mean new relationships. We mean new beginnings with existing relationships, for example. And it's really just the area, it's your house really. And so it's the area of what's fair, what's just. I think a lot of it will be new beginnings involving reciprocity, mutuality, give and take in your existing relationships and things on that level. So great to set some new intentions with this stuff here around the 4th and 5th because it will be a new yearly energy starting to slowly develop in that sector. Now also on the 4th and 5th, we do have Mars, who's going to be opposite up to Jupiter. And this could be maybe feeling a bit confident or inspired collectively for everyone. For you, it could be in the area about getting into deeper intimacy and deeper connections in your relationships, or just fundamentally wanting to get into deeper truth in life. Mars in the 8th can be all about uncovering the hidden truth, whether it's about research or again, close relationships, or maybe to do some healing or transformation. And this can all lead to a greater sense of self-empowerment. So great to do that, while at the same time balancing some of those deeper values with the more material values or your material resourcefulness or your inner resourcefulness. And this is because this whole year, Jupiter's been expanding this sector, helping you further develop things like your self-value, what you're worth, like especially when it comes to income and things like this, your self-reliance. And so with that expansion can also create opportunities with things like income, material security, or whatever it might be. So the best way of working with all oppositions is to incorporate both, to bridge the gap between the two and see how you can pursue your deeper values and at the same time pursue your material values, and at the same time pursue some of these maybe shared resource things with your self-reliance, right? And in this way, seeing both and incorporating both can be a great way of working with this because, like I said, there can be confidence with Mars, there can be inspiration with Jupiter, and it's just a nice aspect to work with. All right, so with that, on the 8th, we do have Mercury is going to be passing over Uranus, and this is going to be in that 7th house of relationships. So again, further developments with this area. But this is particularly significant because last month in April, we had Uranus recently come in here for good. And so what this is doing here is over the next 5 years, roughly, is going to help you really mix up your, again, relating sector. And so you may have even already noticed maybe some things that are, unique and different and outside the norm here. So great to further develop that. Mercury is going to help you do so. You might get some new ideas. There might be some unique and different communication, maybe communication coming to you. That's again, different, unique, outside the norm. So great to just, get outside your comfort zone when it comes about things like communication and ideas and this kind of stuff in your relationships. And I think you'll just find that to be a nice step in the right direction with that. So fast forward to middle of the month, around May 15th, we have some sign changes. We have the sun going into your 8th house and then Mars going into your 9th house. So the focus will still be, I think, on deeper intimacy and deeper connections in your life. And if it's not on the relating level necessarily, fundamentally you creating a deeper connection with life. It'll be a great time to focus on things in terms of like life and death, beginnings, endings, what truly matters most in life, and doing things like healing and breaking cycles and transforming, this kind of stuff that's going to essentially lead to greater self-empowerment. The 8th house is the house of self-empowerment. And so anything you can do to continue to focus on this, particularly the second half of the month with the sun, I think you'll just find this to be a great way of working with this. It's deepens your relationships, deepens your relationship with life, helps you connect to more of that core of your true self, that power against self-empowerment, these kinds of things. Now Mars is going to leave the 8th and go into the 9th. So with that more deeper energy, it's contrasted by a bit of free-spirited energy and philosophical energy, the post-transformation energy. Mars leaving the 8th, going into the 9th. So second half of the month, great for, yes, maybe expanding your horizons a bit. Maybe some of you motivated to do things like travel or adventure. Some of you may be learning new philosophies, new perspectives, new belief systems, and all this more expansive stuff is great. Can be motivating, and yeah, could even be opportunities there with that opposition to Jupiter. So with this, on the 18th, we have Venus then officially leaving your 6th house and going into that 7th. So this is important because Venus will be the last of the planets to leave the 6th from last month, because last month in April, there was a lot of concentration on the 6th. The 6th is about your day-to-day activities. Could have been about your routine or health. Could have been about your job or your work. Anything on the day-to-day level. That is now, throughout the month, being finalized. And this will be the last final development here around the 16th to the 18th once Venus leaves there. And then going into your 7th house is actually Venus's natural placement. And of course, we are talking about your ruler here. So this, you'll notice this contrast around 16th to the 18th from the day-to-day into more into the relating stuff. And this context will be again about freedom. Freedom in relationships, being more of your true self in relationships. This will be a great time for expressing your uniqueness, your unorthodoxy, and then also, again, connecting with others that are also unique or different, or just whatever is outside of your own status quo, you could say, regarding relating, right? And there could be new opportunities, again, maybe even innovative things, technological things, if it's like at work or with business partnerships or anything like that. That is, again, it's about listening to the excitement, mixing things up, and yeah, seeing what new there is unfolding. So on the 18th as well, we do have the full moon. So this is going to be in your sign, which means that 6 months ago, we had the new moon in your sign. And so now this is a great month, especially around the 18th, to do this status check. How are things just essentially going throughout the year, especially from over the past 6 months? Because there's going to be a harvest here. There's going to be some further insight about your wants and needs, your desires, how things are going, your self-image. And so with that awareness, it's just going to be now the status check where the next 6 months you can be implementing some of these goals, some of these desires, some of these things you want, or whatever it is that you're focused on. So it's all about you with the first house and the things that you want, and great to just further develop it with the full moon. All right, and then the last thing here will be Mercury over the sun, and this is going to be in that 8th house on the 21st. And so again, another step in the right direction involving transformation, self-empowerment. And in this case, you might be getting some new ideas, some new insights, and maybe even feeling quite inspired or just a bit energized about the area and a bit expressive. You could even be communicating deeper truths, right? Expressing your deeper self and all that, which can be great. It can be actually quite invigorating. And some of you may even learning a lot about deeper things in general, doing research, uncovering hidden things about life, along with about yourself, of course, with the 8th. All right, so Libra, have a fantastic May. Thank you for watching. Please click that like button if you found this video helpful, and I will see you all next time for the next video. Take care.